Hi, welcome here. I'm Terry VanNoy, and you're in my classroom. It's called Math Class with Terry V. Thanks for watching. If you want a live session with me, I can help you with some targeted questions you might have on homework or test prep or just some basic skill development. Just give me a call or go to my website. The first lesson's free as you check out how I work with you remotely online. All right, let's finish off this video series. We've been talking about solving quadratic equations. And we've been looking at four methods: factoring, taking square roots, and now in this self-quiz, the second self-quiz, we're going to be looking at completing the square and using the quadratic formula. Alright, so in a self-quiz, I've already taught the concepts, you've practiced with some problem sets hopefully, and now you get to try them on your own. So, grab a piece of paper and good luck. Alright, for 7 and 8, you're going to be taking square roots. And the clue there is that I don't have in number 7 just a plain r term, and in number 8 just a plain x term. Okay, I have a second degree term and a constant. So just a little hint here, you want the second degree r squared term on the left, move the constant over to the right, and then you're going to take the square roots. So good luck with that. Pause the video and let's give it a try. Number 7, let's see how we get the answer of 3 radical 5 and negative 3 radical 5. Alright, like I said, you're going to keep the second degree r squared term on the left. You're going to add 4 to each side, so that's going to give me 9r squared equals 405. Alright, let's divide each side by 9. So we can have an r squared by itself. So r squared equals 45. Now we're going to take the square root of each side. Here's where we get the plus and minus part, because when we take the square root of anything, we're going to get a positive answer and a negative answer. So that's when we start putting in this plus minus sign there. And we're going to simplify radical 45 into radical 9 times radical 5. So we're looking for a perfect square number, which would be my 9 in this case, because now I can take the square root of 9 and get 3, and so it's 3 radical 5. That's why we have positive 3 radical 5 and negative 3 radical 5. Alright, number 8. We're going to have 36x squared equals 49 because we're going to subtract 6 from each side here originally. Then we're going to divide each side by 36. X squared equals 49 over 36, which doesn't look very nice. But when we take the square root of each side, we get x equals the positive and the negative root of 7 over 6. Alright, which happens to be 1 and 1/6 if we simplify the improper fraction. So, a little bit tricky there at the end, but it is a positive and a negative answer there in both cases. Alright, I hope you did okay on that. It's nice when you don't have a first degree term in your quadratic, and then you can try to take a square root. Now let's go to the quadratic formula. Just a reminder that a quadratic formula can be used by first putting the equation in standard form, which it looks like this, and a more specific answer would be this, and then we can find the a and the b and the c values to plug into this quadratic formula. Alright, make sure you have that formula written down somewhere, and let's apply it in 2 cases. Alright, let's finish this quiz with 2 problems to try. Numbers 9 and 10, quadratic formula. Good luck. Alright, number 9. We get the answer of a to be either a positive 5 or a negative 10.5. And here's how we get that. Move everything over to the left side and set it equal to 0. That way it's in standard form, and now I know that my a value is positive 2, b is positive 11, and c is negative 105. So using the quadratic formula, it's negative b, so we have a negative 11 there, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so that's 11 squared, 121, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 105, negative 105. And all over 2a, which is 2 times 2, or 4. All right, let's simplify this a little bit. Now let's quickly get to the end here. It does simplify to radical 961, which is 31 actually, a perfect square number. And so negative 11 minus 31 is negative 42, and negative 11 plus 31 is 20. So we have 20 over 4 or negative 42 over 4, which does give us our final answers there, 5 and negative 10.5. All right, a little bit messy at the end, but that's the answer using the quadratic formula. All right, let's finish with number 10. Here we go. All right, getting everything to the left and setting it equal to 0, I get the a value here is going to be a positive 8. The b value is actually a negative 1, and c is negative 5. Let's put it in the formula. Now b is a negative 1 here, and so for negative b, it becomes a positive 1 on the outside there. Plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared, so it's positive 1, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a, which is 2 times 8 in the denominator. All right, so we'd have 1 plus or minus the square root of, now this happens to be 160 and it's positive, so total of 161 all over 16, and you could leave your answer in that form right there using the plus or minus, or you can separate it out and put it in set notation as you originally saw when we started this problem. All right, so messy answer, but that's the answer for the quadratic using the quadratic formula. Again, thanks a lot for watching this video. Send me some feedback, and if there's other topics you'd like me to cover, let me know. Thanks for watching.